everybody. Today I have two Bible stories to read. The first one is entitled The Sermon on the Mount, and the second one, which will be read later, is about Jesus teaches through stories. Both stories are taken from this book entitled 100 Bible Stories, retold by Vic Parker. The Sermon on the Mount. One day, a vast crowd gathered to hear Jesus speak, so he went up a hillside so that everyone could see and hear him. Blessed are those who realize that God is missing from their lives, he preached, for they will one day enter heaven. Blessed are all sad people, for they will be comforted. Blessed are gentle people, for all the earth will be theirs. Blessed are those who try to live good lives, for they will be rewarded. Blessed are those who take pity on others, for they will be shown pity too. Blessed are those with pure hearts, for they will see God. Blessed are those who work for peace, for God cares for them as his own children. Blessed are those who follow God, but are made to suffer because of it. The kingdom of heaven will belong to them. I want you all to follow my teachings, even if people make it difficult for you. I want you to be like a light, showing others the right way. Everyone was quiet and listening so hard, you could almost hear the plants growing. Don't think that I am telling you to forget the old religious teachings and rules, Jesus went on. I'm telling you to pay more attention to them than ever. You've been told that it is a sin to kill anyone. I'm telling you that you should not even argue with anyone. You've been told that you should not take something that belongs to someone else just because you want it. I'm telling you that you shouldn't even think about it in the first place. You've been told that if someone is nasty to you, it's all right to get your own back. I'm telling you that you should forget it and do nothing. You should treat your enemies the same as you treat your friends. And don't hoard riches and luxuries on earth where they can be stolen or destroyed. Instead, think of good deeds as coins and try to stack them. But don't boast. God knows everything anyway. Lastly, don't worry about everyday things such as how you are going to pay for food to eat or clothes to wear. If you put your energy into looking for God, he will look after you in turn. Then Jesus told everyone to pray. Go somewhere quiet where you can be alone, he said, and talk to God directly, as if you are talking to a friend. Just say whatever is in your heart. If there is anything you need, ask him for it, and he will give it to you. And he taught them a special prayer beginning with the words, Our Father. Jesus gave a sad smile. If you do as I say, you will be like a wise man who builds his home on rock, and it will stand firm. But if you take no notice, you will be like a fool who builds his home on sand. This will blow it down, and the rain will wash it away until the house is in ruins. The end. Let's move on to the next story entitled Jesus Teaches Through Stories. Jesus often preached about God and the way to happiness in heaven by telling people stories with hidden meanings called parables. He once told a parable about a farmer who was sowing seed in his field. As he went, he scattered seed all around him so it would grow. Some of the seed fell onto the footpath, said Jesus, so it didn't sink into the soil, and the birds swooped down and ate it up. The seeds never had a chance to grow. Jesus went on. Other seeds fell onto rocky, stony ground. They started to grow, but couldn't put down deep, strong roots. Under the hot summer sun, the young crops couldn't take up enough moisture from the earth, and they withered, scorched, and died. Jesus continued. Some seeds landed on patches of thorny weeds. The crops grew, but the weeds grew up faster and choked them. However, some seeds fell onto good, rich soil, and they grew into tall, plentiful crops. Jesus didn't tell his listeners what the parable meant. He wanted them to try to understand it for themselves. That way, they would really think about what Jesus had told them, and they wouldn't forget his message. Later, Jesus explained to his disciples, the seed is the word of God. The footpath stands for people who hear the word of God, but who don't take it in. The devil will swoop down and seize it from them so they forget. The seed that falls on rocky ground stands for people who listen to the word of God, but don't take it in. When they are faced with problems, their difficulties overcome them. The seed that falls among weeds stands for people who hear the word of God but get distracted by selfish habits and desires. Finally, the seed that falls onto good soil stands for people who take the word of God into their hearts. Over time, it grows there and bears fruit. Jesus warned everyone to listen hard to his parables. No one buys a lamp and hides it, he said. So don't ignore my teachings. Everything I am telling you will one day prove to be true. The end. These are amazing stories to learn and reflect upon. Spread love and peace to everyone and to the whole wide world. Have a lovely day. Bye.